How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the corner. I'm the DM as always, and today we have some updates from GGG. Okay, so it's been a couple days now since the big change to the trigger spells or trigger gems, and so I'm hoping I've read through a little bit. I'm hoping that they've got some more balance changes in here, and they've got one real big one right here that we'll get to. So in the gameplay features, they're talking about just still talking about adding in these checkpoints. I don't know why they haven't added them yet. They've been talking about these since like last week. They really need to get on this and actually get this done. But more importantly, they're going to be making respecking cheaper at all levels, especially higher, by approximately 40 to 50% less gold. This is going to be very, very good. I still think that they should give out at least one free respec, um, because of the big change that they did. But reducing the cost by about 40 to 50% is going to be very, very large. It's going to help respecking a lot, especially at the later game stages of progression. Something that a lot of people were actually asking for. Um, so this is something I also agree with. They definitely, mostly because this is an early access, right? That's the primary reason why I am in favor of this right here, of the reduction in gold cost for respecking. If this was not early access, I'd be like, this is a terrible idea and that they shouldn't do this. But because it's early access, I totally agree with this, and I hope that it really helps out with people who are struggling at endgame. Now, down here, Trial of the Sekimas. There's been a lot of discourse about this. A lot of people talking about how they absolutely hate the honor system, and to a certain degree, I can definitely understand why. Although I don't necessarily agree with how they've done it here overall. So here, the very first one is that now skills with distance. With you being right up close, you take 35% less damage. Um, I think this just be a flat 35% reduction. I'm going to be honest, because there are a lot of times where you will just get hit by something that you just can't see. Uh, for the most part, they have done a really good job at making enemies a lot more visible, but there are a lot of ground effects that are still very difficult to notice where the actual edge is. If you think about like the trail of whatever, like trail of fire, trail of lightning, those don't really have like very clear indications of where their edges are. It makes a little annoying, little bullshit, right? Down here, they fixed a bug where damage over time was dealing 3 times as much honor damage as intended, and a bug where honor resistance was only applying to 2/3 of that damage. Um, that's weird. I don't think honor damage should really be doing all that, or damage over time should really be doing all that much honor damage. I don't think. I think that it should at most be doing about a quarter of its damage. So let's say it deals 10 damage. I think it should be dealing about 2 honor damage, right? Like 10 HP damage, 2 honor damage, right? That's what I think. Skitter golems no longer use basic attacks and now just explode. Um, I don't know what these skitter golems are. I think they're those really tiny golems that are accompanied by the larger golems. Um, that's good because those things were so fucking small, it was almost impossible to see when they were actually fucking attacking. So, Serpent Clan's burrow and ambush attack now has improved visual telegraphing and cannot be used as far away. This is good. This is so fucking good. As someone who is a minion build who has an enormous amount of minions that go up, it can obscure where these snakes even are. And the telegraph for it, for where they were actually going to emerge, was like this exceptionally tiny little fucking dot that was almost impossible to fucking see. So, and they could do it from off screen as well. So they would just fucking erupt from underground, and it'd be like there'd be no way to tell where the fuck it was. Volcanoes now have half the duration. About fucking time. There are so many times where he will just spam this attack and cover like the entire fucking field in these things, and these things shoot out fucking randomly determined fucking projectiles that do a stupid amount of fucking honor damage for almost impossible to see telegraphs. In-game and monster balance. Monster balance is all over the fucking place. I've been playing through as a sorcerer. I've been trying out cast on freeze. I want to get to comment and see just how well it is right now, because there's a lot of people that are just like, oh, it's bricked, oh, it's bricked, oh, it's bricked. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't believe them before I started a cast on freeze sorcerer, and now that I'm playing cast on freeze, I really don't fucking believe them. Because I can't tell you how many times during just a fucking normal white pack I will trigger my cast on freeze. And when I'm going up against a boss, against a unique, every single time I freeze them, it's triggering cast on freeze. My cast on freeze is immediately going to 100% and getting triggered. So, don't know what they're doing. Maybe my build is just simply better than theirs. I don't know. I haven't actually been able to find a fucking guide that still exists that shows what the passive tree looked like. So I have no idea what the fuck their old tree looked like. But I'm gonna be honest, I've just been going for everything that increases freeze magnitude and freeze buildup, and I've been doing spectacular with it. So, anyways, let's see. Generally, the balance of in-game was more punishing than intended. This was true even before. That's why they did the loot upgrade to give better loot. So they've toned down the damage numbers and disabled certain on-death effects where the telegraphing was not as clear as it should have been. Good, good. So let's see. Maps no longer have additional elemental resistance penalties inherently applied at tier 6 and 11 or higher maps. It is now consistent across all of the in-game. Good. This was fucking stupid. You would need like overcapped resistances because of this, like massively overcapped. It was just insane. It was stupid. Chaos damage now scales less aggressively. Good, because chaos resistance is so fucking difficult to get. There's like maybe 4 nodes on the entire passive skill tree that give any amount of chaos resistance, and they're like, one of them is like 7%. There's another that's like, I think 14%. They're fucking terrible. So that's good. Critical strike monsters now do 40% less bonus damage. Good. That was fucking insane. Lowered the baseline monster density of breach encounters primarily by reducing the frequency of the elite monsters appearing. Disable the volatile crystal modifiers. We'll be revisiting it in the future, pending telegraphing improvements. That's good. Here's my suggestion for telegraphing AoEs, okay? Make the very edge, just give it a hard fucking line. We don't care about fucking immersion, especially at endgame. Just give it a hard fucking line that is very, very clear. Okay? If it's fire, make it red unless it's on a red background. In which case, make it like fucking blue. Okay? Just make it something that contrasts with the entire environment and just give it a solid line around the edge so it's very obvious where it is. Okay? Purple explosives created by the volatile plant modifiers on rare mobs now deal significantly less damage. Oh my god, thank you. About time. The Siphon's Flask Charges modifier on monster now drains 10 times less. Bro, I hate the Siphon modifiers on mobs. Whether it's through the campaign or in-game maps, these things, like whether it's flash charges or just your actual mana, it drains way too much, way too fast. So this is going to help out immensely. Also, I personally I don't understand why they can drain your fucking flasks in the first place. This is fucking stupid. I'll say it. So should make it much more survivable. Good. That's good. Um, skill and support gym. Okay. So I've made a few characters since my playthrough. Um, my sorcerer, I'm having a fairly easy time with. My warrior, I have been able, on my warrior, with almost no resistances, been able to simply hold rolling slam and kill and stun everything. I've been able to just straight up face tank shit. I don't understand what people's issues are with him. Maybe I just haven't gotten to the problematic areas yet or whatever. But I have not had any issues whatsoever with any boss that I faced on my warrior. I don't know. So let's see. We've unfortunately had to nerf a few skills that were far too powerful. How do we define overpowered? Basically, it's a situation where a certain skill is so powerful that players feel no other method playing the game is viable. Yeah, I mean, cast on freeze meteor was or like summoning the comet through the trigger skills was so OP that people were doing it with ignite, freeze, and shock. Like it's fucking stupid. It's really fucking stupid. Generally speaking, we are trying to do this in a way that doesn't make a build bad, but we can make mistakes. Ideally, any true meta shifting changes will only happen at the same time as a content patch with a new league to play in once the game comes out. But that doesn't mean we haven't been looking at underpowered skills and support gyms. I've seen a lot of people saying that they're just not going to ever buff anything, that they're only going to fucking nerf things, and y'all are fucking stupid. We've made a number of changes planned, or we've got a number planned, which should improve some of these skills. Full list in the patch notes. Let's see, rolling slam in the mace sections. I really wish they would actually have like tell you what it's going to do. Various bow skills. This tells us absolutely fucking nothing. Improvements bones and chaos damage over time. Chaos damage is fucking garbage. It's fucking garbage. Just like chaos resistance, there's almost no fucking nodes to augment chaos damage over time. Or even chaos damage in general. Chaos damage is fucking garbage. So are the bone spells. Crossbow skills, that's good. Quarterstaff abilities, good. See, we've done passover of support gyms. There are so many support gyms that are just fucking garbage. Tremor shims, which you can be used to give multiple aftershocks. Bidding support gym, can be they're adding them. Okay. Which can be used to give more damage to command skills of supported minions. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even have the command skills on any of my hotkeys on my witch. In fact, hold on. Let me pull up my witch real quick. All right, this is my witch. I have enrage for my reavers when I use them, and I'll be honest, I never even used explosive demise. So I'm actually just gonna straight up get rid of that and put that here. I don't use ice bomb because they're fucking useless. All they do is fireball and flammability. Like I have 3 skills on my fucking witch on my minion build. Like I'm fucking fumbling everything. So these are the skills that I have. Skeletal Brute also is fucking garbage. Skeletal Brute costs way too much spirit for how shitty it is. Skeletal Frost Mages, so the Skeletal Brute needs to be reduced by 20 spirit. It shouldn't cost 51, it should cost 31 at level 13. Frost Mage, this should be lowered by 10 as well. These are not honestly that great. I've been toying with them. They're honestly not that great. Reavers, they're in a good spot. I think honestly, maybe increasing them by like 5 might be all right. Clerics, clerics are fucking overpowered. I'm gonna be honest. Clerics should be 31 at least. And arsonists, I think arsonists are in a good spot as well. Um, Other than that, also skeletal sniper, they are fucking garbage. I haven't used those ever since I got arsonists. Skeletal warriors, the only time I use them is because they're on my staff or my scepter. That's it. Yeah. Other than that, it's like it's pretty insane. Yeah, the pet build they need to look at this more. Back over here, let's see. Fire, lightning, and cold exposure support gems no longer penalize damage of supported gems. They now have mana cost multipliers of 120%. Okay. I mean, that's good. The penalized damage was fucking stupid, and I never understood them. Let's see. Oh, well, this is fucking shit. Arsonist Spirit now costs now match the other two skeletal mages. They better buff the other fucking mages then, because those mages are fucking ass. These mages, the storm mage, and the fucking frost mage are fucking ass. They are ass tier. Okay? Should result in a slight decrease. I can have maybe 4 of those mages max. Oh my god. This All right, we'll see how the arsonists perform, but I'm anticipating the arsonists are going to be fucking ass. That's what I'm predicting. A nerf to the damage over time component of very high levels of tornado and vine arrow. These were never intended to be dealing damage themselves, but act as a way for other skills to propagate damage. Okay, yeah, sure. Magnetic salvo can now only use your stuck lightning arrows as opposed to those creating by part of. Why? So basically, what they're doing now is making it so that if you want to play in a team game, you're never going to be using magnetic salvo. That's what this means right here. Magnetic salvo is no longer viable to be using in a co-op setting. All right, sure. Yeah. So overall, I think these are decent. I think it should be just overall 35% less honor damage. I don't know how this slipped through the cracks. Apparently they don't either. This is a good change. These are all relatively good change. Honestly, the flask modifier should be removed from the game. Oh, I think I skipped over these. So let's see, character and item balances. Charm modifiers on belts substantially more common and now appear at low levels. This is good. I've never seen a single belt that has bonus to charms at all. Electrocute is now 25% harder to build up, but the damage penalty has been removed from the support gems. Okay, that's weird. A new lightning damage and electrocute cluster to the passive skill tree for the ranger and monk. It is now more difficult to chain freeze enemies by reducing the amount of freeze buildup applied after a freeze has been applied. I never felt like this was all that bad, especially against bosses. Like, even on my sorcerer, like, bosses, you really can't chain freeze them. Unless you have like ridiculously absurd levels of frost buildup. The Hunter's Talisman, notable, now grants +1 charm slots. I mean, this will be nice, because I'm gonna be honest, it's almost impossible to get more than 1 charm slot right now in early access. And that's kind of ass. That is kind of ass, okay? And they're going to add more sources in the future. Okay. So, I guess most of these are all right. I don't understand the chain freeze, but, okay. And then this is like, I wish they either didn't even put these in here, or they at least added some like more details about what the changes they're making are. Because, yeah. Uh, yeah. Those are my thoughts on these changes. That, I hope this is enough. Uh, but I'm going to be honest, from what I've seen, I don't know if 50% is really going to be enough. I really don't. But I guess it kind of depends on the how the exponential growth has actually been curbed towards the middle of in-game progression. So, yeah, that's all I've got for you all today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for coming to my corner. I've been the Deem as always. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, hit dislike, leave a comment, let me know why, and I will see you all next time.